Having a big torso with big pecs and nice abs is a good thing, but if you end up with spaghetti arms, you're just going to look terrible. You're going to have what I call a spider physique, and that's not a good look. You absolutely want to isolate your arms. But I understand that for some people, they have a tough time finding space in their programs for that. And this is why I came up with these giant sets. You will not have to sacrifice on compounds if you implement these in your programs, I promise you that. And by actually giving yourself the chance to work these smaller muscles, down the line your physique is going to look so much better. So don't wait, start doing it right now. Worst case scenario, you're going to have some small modifications to do, but it's best to attempt it at this instant rather than wait a few years and have to make up work that you should have been doing a long time ago. Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 routines to help you put size on your arms, all following the format of a giant set. I spoke at length about the benefits of giant sets in a video you can find in the description. But to me, the best way for you to see their benefits and how great they are is by actually implementing them in your program and seeing the results with your own body. So what I created is 3 very simple sets you can add into your program right now that are going to introduce you to the concept. And we're starting with arms because 1, many people undertrain their arms, but they don't find space in the program to introduce more isolation. And 2, because it's not going to give you too much fatigue because it's small muscle groups. So that way you're not going to completely sabotage the rest of the program. After that, we're going to get more advanced because I want to make this a series. I want to speak about every single muscle group and how you can train them via giant sets to gain and save as much time as possible. So see it as a puzzle piece. Usually when I make programs for you guys, I give you the full puzzle and then it's up for you to play with. Now it's just a piece. So you can still introduce it into your own puzzle without too much interference and see if it fits. And if it doesn't, you're going to rotate it, find new shapes that function, etc., etc. Because the goal is not to spoon feed you programs, it's to help you understand how I program so that you can do it yourself eventually. So let's look at what I've prepared for you guys today. I made 3 lines of sets. Each has 3 exercises you can do for 3 to 4 sets. And each of them has a particular pattern to it because when you program a giant set, even if there are several exercises, you can still bias the muscle focus towards one way or the other. So the first line is going to be for people who want an overall stimulus for the entirety of the arm. This is especially going to be good for those of you who are not advanced enough to require or necessitate an arm day, but you would still want to be able to focus entirely on that portion of the body in particular. So for you, what you're going to do is you're going to start the set with an easy bar or dumbbell curl, but in reality, it can be any curl that you want, 6 to 12 reps. Then you're going to superset that immediately with triceps pushdowns if you want more lateral tricep work, or French press if you want more long head of the tricep work, 8 to 12 reps. And then when that is done, you're going to finish the set with wrist curls or finger curls, 10 to 15 reps. If you are just new to arm isolation, you can absolutely start with the curls and the pushdown or French press, and then later on when you are more able and more advanced, you are more able to recuperate, you can start to introduce the wrist curls, the finger curls, and create the giant set. Every single one of these movements will not impair the other because they are all working different portions of the arm. What you can do is, if you understand how the pattern functions, you can also replace these movements by similar movements that train the same muscles. If you were to disturb the pattern, you would create a different giant set and it would make for a different result. This is for overall work. Again, for those of you that don't want an arm day, take that giant set, introduce it in an upper day that you have where you don't train arms directly or you only do biceps, for example, and slap these other exercises afterwards. This is baby's first giant set, very easy to recover from, and you will see great results from that by also saving a ton of time. The next one I want to present to you guys is a triceps focused giant set, where you're going to open with a close grip bench. Yes, a compound movement. You can absolutely giant set compound movement for the upper body and more upper body isolation afterwards. And it works especially well for movements, compounds that are biased towards a certain muscle group. Close grip bench press is biased towards your triceps. So you do 6 to 10 reps. Then you're going to do skull crushers or French press. Yes, more tricep work. Why? Because this is long head. If you do a skull crusher properly, you will only work the long head. There's not going to be much more muscles involved, and the same goes for a French press. And you will find that you will not lose on performance on these movements. Give it a try, you don't have to trust me. Attempt it and you will see. You do 8 to 12 reps. And then after that, you do leg raises or dragonflies as many reps as possible. Now, this is not arms. But the reason why this is here is because it gives you a period of recovery so that you can do that exercise for the abs, then rest, then do the close grip bench. So you're going to be fresher for the compound movement. The compound movement that, as you have noticed, opens the day. It opens the set, sorry. Every single time you do a giant set, the first movement is the one you want to be the freshest on. So it's either a compound or a non-compound or any lift that you want to prioritize because you want maximum performance on it. Then after that, you have to, of course, respect the pyramid of intensity. I don't care how much you want to train your lateral raise. If I see lateral raise and then the third or fourth exercise is a block pull, we're going to have a problem. You could still do it, but it's simply not proper programming for giant sets. Which means that you could replace that ab isolation movement. It could be rear delt isolation, it could be calves, it could be neck. If you so choose, in this case, pick a relevant rep range. The goal is to have something in between the French press and the close grip bench to give you more time to rest, yes, but also more time to work. Because you can never train your abs too much, you can never train your calves too much. So this is where you're going to be doing that. And this is it for the triceps focused giant set. Now, the last one is going to be biceps focused. And you will see that there is also a twist because I'm giving you a chance to adapt every single time when you see my programs and you want to make a modification. As long as you have understood the pattern of the program, aka the muscles worked and the interaction between volume, intensity, and frequency of each exercise, you can absolutely change it. There is no problem with that. And this one is no exception. So you start with chin-ups, either as many reps as possible or weighted. If you do them weighted, you'll do 3 to 5 reps. Then you're going to do reverse curls, 6 to 12 reps, and you finish the movement by Arnold curls or close grip preacher curls, 6 to 10 reps. And here you could tell me, okay, you just had me do abs to create a period of time, a recovery period between a French press and a close grip bench so as to be more performant. Why do you not do it here? I don't do it because experience told me that the limiting factor on chin-ups is rarely your biceps. If you have velocity at the bottom of the chin-up, you will find that this is scarcely the case. If you end up trying and you find that this is actually shooting you in the foot, in this case, this is the flexibility I spoke to you about, you can simply do something else instead. The reason why I don't want you to do chin-ups then curls is because in this case, the bicep, yes, will be pre-fatigued because now the main mover of the curl is the bicep, while the main mover of the chin-up is not the bicep. I hope that you catch my drift. You will find that by doing forearm in between the two, the forearms are going to be pre-fatigued from the chin-up, but not that much. It's never going to prevent you from doing a reverse curl. So you're going to do nice forearm isolation, good volume for the forearm. Then you do the curls that are not impacted by your ability to grab the bar or to maintain the grip, because if your forearm is fatigued, it can be a limiting factor. Then you rest and then you do the chin-up. So this is going to not only give you a bicep work, but on top of that, you also get upper back work and forearm work. So it's a nice package. For the people who have a tendency to do chin-ups and then rest, try this and tell me how it feels. If you see a decrease in performance on the chin-up, you can always get rid of the curls or the reverse curls, one or the other. And there is absolutely also the possibility of turning the giant set into a superset. Something I like to do is chin-ups supersetted with hammer or pinwheel curls. Because if you know what an hammer curl or pinwheel curl works, it works the biceps, it works the forearms. So it takes care of the reverse curls and of the close grip preacher curls in one movement. Is it more effective? Absolutely not. You get less volume and less quality tonnage because now it's an hybrid movement. But for those of you that prefer that pattern and that system, it is absolutely doable. You can absolutely modify things because at the end of the day, again, every single program that you are going to follow is a puzzle. I'm just here to give you the pieces. It's still up to you to play with them. And this is going to be that for this video. This is how simple this is. I can talk at length about giant sets, but at this point, the best way for you to get good at them and to become a master of them and to be able to squeeze out of the juice out of them, out of the tonnage and the muscular fatigue you can get from them, is to start applying them. And these three are extremely easy to put into your program directly. So if you want more overall work without any focus, you do the first one. You want more tricep work, you do the second one. You want more bicep focus, you do the third one every single time. Put, if possible, in an upper body day, away from times where you're going to train it again. Please do not make the mistake of doing the second one, for example, on a day where you already do bench press. Unless you want to make the closed grip bench your variation of the bench press, in which case it works. You see, there is always a way to make things function as long as you keep your eyes open and you pay attention to frequency and recovery. So I'm going to leave you with that. If you have any type of giant sets you would want me to make for you guys, let me know. I'm happy to do it. And if you have favored or preferred giant sets that you have implemented in your program and training and that you have seen results from, please do share them in the comments. I'm sure that many people can benefit from that. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.